DSACO Up for Discussion, the podcast where we highlight programs, people, and conversations that empower individuals with Down syndrome and their families here in Central Oklahoma. Before we jump into today's episode, I want to remind everyone about the DSACO's largest and most exciting event of the year, the Uniquely 21 Fashion Show, happening on January 30th. That's a Friday night. This event celebrates inclusion, confidence, and self-expression, and all the proceeds help support DSACO's programs and initiatives like our Self-Advocacy Center, which we're going to talk about here with Robin here in just a second. So tickets are still on sale. It's $50 for general admission, $150 for VIPs, which includes dinner. It's actually an event that you don't want to miss, and it's very exciting. Now, I'm Sarah Sewell, and we're talking about DSACO's one of our most amazing programs that's been around for about 4 years now. It's our Self-Advocacy Center, or also known as our SAC. And joining me today is Robin Kohn, and she works closely with our self-advocates and in the Self-Advocacy Center. And Robin, Happy New Year. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So a little background about SAC before we kind of dive into some questions with Robin. It was kind of a program that I went to the board about 5 or 6 years ago after I'd been here and said, you know, what if our individuals after high school, what are they going to do? I've noticed they're gaining weight and getting depressed, and there's just not many activities that they're a part of, and some of them might just need extra supports before they dive into a job or that next level, or even, you know, at that time, college was attainable for our individuals. So that's really where the concept kind of came from, and focusing on, you know, areas such as academic readiness, job skills, community service, health and wellness initiatives. What kind of brought it all along is Riley developed the Boundaries and the Basics toolkit. So then it was like, well, how do we deliver this? So, Robin, share a little bit about yourself, and then we can dive into all the good stuff.
My name's Robin, and I'm the coordinator for the Self-Advocacy Center here at DSACO. And my background is actually in preschool. I did that for a lot of years and then had this opportunity. I started the preschool so that my daughter Josie, who has Down syndrome, would have a place to go to interact with other children, typical children, not just the developmental pre-K that they had at the elementary school, because at that time they didn't have public pre-K, right. So it was just 100% special needs children. And so as she grew older, I thought, what are we going to do now? I've been doing this for 15 years. She's getting ready to graduate high school. And then I was presented with this opportunity, and I thought, well, what a great opportunity. So yes, of course, I will be happy to come and at least try this.
Yes, absolutely. And for those of you that don't know, the Self-Advocacy Center, we first started it as kind of like a pilot program because we didn't really know what we were getting into. We had no idea. And it was obviously it's been very successful. And I think it's grown in its capacity as far as like people learning more about it and the interest level, and definitely the self-advocates learning more things. But for someone who's hearing about SAC for the first time, like, what would you tell them?
Well, the Self-Advocacy Center is a 10-month program that serves young adults with Down syndrome that have completed high school and are still working on those next steps that they want to take in their life. Sometimes we refer to it as a gap year.
Yeah.
And it's just a time for them to kind of figure out what's next for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just want to stress that we really encourage everybody to have finished high school.
Yes.
Yeah. Finish their high school credits. That's kind of important. And there's a lot of reasons behind that, mainly, maturity wise. We want everybody to be able to come in here and be self-sufficient and work towards their goals. And kind of going with that, you want to talk a little bit about the age range for the SAC?
Yeah, the SAC is for young adults. Of course, they've completed high school that are 18 to 22 years of age. That's the target age.
Yes.
But we have had others that are older participate.
And the main reason for that is because we have a pre-employment transition contract.
Yes.
So we're able to serve that. That's the age group that's on the contract. So I just want to, let everybody out there that, why is it that age? It's not our doing. It's the contract's doing. But in order for Robin to get paid, it's nice to have that contract to support the initiatives that we're doing, because otherwise, this is a free program. So we don't have funds just readily available for this. The funds that are donated to us, but we're all constantly seeking other grant opportunities and funding sources for the Self-Advocacy Center. And that's kind of the goal, is to make sure that it does stay free or at a low cost.
Yes.
And then as far as, I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier some of the job skills training and academic readiness, but you want to talk a little bit about the skills that are kind of hit on at the SAC?
Absolutely. There's a lot. But
Yeah, I know.
will share some so that we probably don't have time to cover everything.
Right.
But we do work on health and awareness skills, like hygiene and healthy habits, such as getting enough sleep, exercise, and eating habits, healthy eating. And we have great community helpers who come and they work with us on some skills like fire extinguisher training, CPR, and first aid skills and self-defense skills. We practice social skills such as greetings, conversation skills like staying on topic, appropriate touch, public versus private. We have a book club where we read modified novels together. We also work on boundaries, using the boundaries and the basics. We set boundaries, how to set boundaries with others, how to respect others' boundaries. A big thing we work on is how to ask for hugs.
Yes.
Who to hug, who's appropriate to ask for a hug, who's not appropriate to ask for a hug, and who we just absolutely shouldn't be hugging.
Right.
We work on money skills. For example, counting change, budgeting, wants versus needs, what bank accounts are, and more. And we have a great partnership with Tinker Credit Union.
Shout out to Tinker, by the way. Thank you so much for supporting us.
They come monthly to practice money management with us. We also work on those pre-employment transition skills that you mentioned, and that includes work readiness, job exploration, exploring post-secondary opportunities, especially for those who show an interest in that. We do work-based learning. We have a new company, micro business that we started called We Can Do Buttons. So we make photo buttons. We can also make magnets and other fun buttons. We also practice work-based learning via our community service.
Yes.
You'll find us out delivering treats for DSACO or writing thank you notes or helping prepare for their events. But we also have made dog treats with the Oklahoma Humane Society, stock shelves and packed food for the Oklahoma Food Bank. And we also focus on self-advocacy skills.
Yes. So I know the main goal is for them to find something meaningful after SAC.
Yes.
And whether that is job related or it could be a volunteer related situation, because everybody's situation is different, or it could be academic learning, BOTEC or a college. And I think I know you touch on a lot of those things throughout. And I say we've had 4 cohorts now.
Okay.
And it ranges. We've had anywhere between 5 to 7 individuals. Yes. And I know you want to talk a little bit about why it's so important just to have that small group. Well, there's only one Robin.
Yes, there's always one Robin. But, we want to keep that small so that we can focus on them individually.
Yes.
We do have the time. We don't want it to be so like we're herding cats.
Right.
We want to be able to work with them individually. We want to get to know them. We want them to get to know each other. And we want to be able to, just take the time to explore what it is that they are wanting to look for that's next for them.
So just kind of tell the listener out there that's, wondering like, well, what do you do every day? What's like a typical session that you kind of work on in the classroom or in the works? I guess we call it our work room in the center.
Okay. Well, this is just kind of a typical day. It's not every day looks different, but
Right.
some things are the same. Like we always start our day with a question of the day. Sometimes they come up with it. If I have somebody who that's kind of a strength for them, I will put them in charge of coming up with the question for the day. But then we also usually take turns going around the office asking the staff the question of the day too, just because this provides just a natural, safe way for them to practice conversation skills. We do exercise, so we do yoga, we do dance videos, we do chair workouts, we do modified workouts, really whatever their interests are, what we find that they all enjoy, we try to do those things. We want exercise to be fun. We want them to know it doesn't have to be walking on a treadmill if you don't like walking on a treadmill. It can be dancing to a video.
Just getting them up and moving around.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So after exercise, we always take a break using a timer. And this is just a way to practice that break skill that you need. You need to know when to come back from a break at work.
Right.
What do I do on a break? So we talk about those things. We practice, when the timer goes off, they don't need me to say, hey, break time's over. They hear it so they can know it's time for me to put whatever I'm doing away.
I'm going to back up for just a second because I think this is really important. One of the things you've made them do is when they first come in the door, they have to clock in.
Yes.
And really, that's good for us because we have to clock their hours so that they're here. So that's what's one thing. And so it's not just them learning to clock in. It helps us.
True purpose.
It does. It does.
It is an opportunity for them to practice signing in or clocking in and clocking out.
Yes.
So yes, we do that. And then, so I'm sorry, we were at exercise, right?
Yeah, we were exercise.
We were exercising.
And then the timer.
Yeah, and then after that, we usually work on some kind of lesson, whether it's a pre-eds lesson or it's a communication lesson or a money lesson. We do something, and we try to make it fun, so it's not just them listening to me talk all the time. We try to turn them into games or ways to actually engage them.
I know, like yesterday, they were working on their job boards.
Yes.
And putting together what they like to do.
Yeah, their interests. And what they're interested in, not interested.
Yes.
Or not sure about. That's just one of the things they were working on. So after that, we have lunch. And lunch is either one day a week, they practice packing a lunch. And I really encourage them to be the one packing their lunch.
Right. No parents out there, if you're listening, do not pack their lunches. Make them do it. You can
have them help.
Yes.
And we talk about, when we're eating, we do talk about, well, what'd you have for lunch today? Oh, I have this. This is healthy. Oh, well, this isn't so healthy. But you know what? It's okay to have a balance of the healthy and not healthy. One day a week, we do cook.
Yeah.
Whether it's a Kylie's Kitchen recipe.
Yeah.
Or an individual recipe using the microwaves or the air fryers. But we also will do a group recipe where we use the griddle, the electric skillet, or a little cooktop that we do have. And part of cooking includes cleaning, so they are cleaning up and cleaning the kitchen. I've had one young man who had never washed a dish in his life, and he's truly amazing at it. He's really good at it, and I'm like,
you can help at home now.
You can help at home. So, and then we go back to the SAC room for another lesson, and then we do our book club or journaling, whatever we're doing for that day. And then we always try to end doing something fun with laughter, playing games. Just because games are a great social skill.
And learning skill.
Yes. And their favorite game is Disney's Apples to Apples. So we do play that often.
That's fun. Yeah.
So, and then they clock out.
Yeah, and then they leave. So the program's from like 9 to 3.
Yes.
And it's not only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it's 2 days a week. And we've had some of our individuals do a blended method with the school. So they're still in their transition program at school, but they come here 2 days a week. So Robin's really flexible about, working with caregivers on those options as well. But what they get out of this is just, I would like to hear if you have some good stories to share of, some growth that you've seen in some of the self-advocates over the time period, because I know I have some.
Well, expectations are high here.
Yeah.
Mistakes are welcomed. They're welcomed as learning opportunities. And our motto is, I can do hard things.
Yep.
So we push outside those comfort zones. We want them to step outside their comfort zones, because as we step outside our comfort zone grows. And so our limits become bigger.
Right.
And they see that they can do more, and they gain confidence with that. So I get to see that comfort zone expand, and I get to see the joy on their face when they do something for the first time and they do it well. Or even if they make a mistake, we're like, it's okay. It's a learning opportunity. Next time we'll try again.
Yeah.
And my favorite is when caregivers tell me
They've
that
done something
at home that they've never seen them do before. So that's to me, that's what
it's all about.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
And really, going back to the caregiver for a second, the program is really for the caregivers too.
Yes.
I mean, you do the coaching sessions with them. You talk one-on-one and work with the individual to make sure they're staying on track of different things, especially like hygiene and independency skills. And I know that's part of the program. So caregivers, you don't just get to drop off and let them be here for Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have a part in this too, because we know this is a lifelong journey. It is.
Well, and they're just here for 10 months.
Yeah.
They're with caregivers forever. So this is an opportunity for, caregivers to also see, what they can do.
What's your favorite SAC story?
Oh my goodness. I think my favorite is watching the group, especially last year. I think that group, they were so nervous about speaking at the World Down Syndrome Day luncheon.
It's so good.
And I didn't actually get to see them because I woke up sick, but they all did so well, and they were so proud, and they could not wait to tell me what a great job they did speaking at the World Down Syndrome Day luncheon. And just us practicing and seeing how nervous they were, and just the fact that they got out there and they didn't just do it, they knocked it out of the park.
They did. And any speaking opportunities, I always throw your way for them like that. And if they can, speak at other things or even present at board meetings or whatever it might be. Of course, the board loves to hear the stories of the successes.
Yes.
But it's also just imagine how that must make every single one of them feel.
Absolutely.
Such empowering. Your voice is so empowering. I think when you can bring that out in them, Robin, that's really amazing. I know we kind of all talk here in the office, the first few weeks of SAC is a little rough.
It can be.
Everybody adjusting.
Because we're learning to know each other.
Yes. But by the end, for us to see the growth in each individual, and I can't even describe what that's like, except and it's not just so much maturity, it's their knowledge and their understanding, and then just their overall confidence. I think that's the main thing that they leave here with, is such confidence. Like you said, I can do hard things, and when they leave here, they know they can, do hard things. But there's so many great success stories, to just put your finger on one would be really hard. But do you have one? Or is there a few that you'd like to share?
There's a few. I mean, I just watching Trafford, for example. He came and he was just Trafford, He has so many skills.
Yes.
And
talented
skills, and he had a love for animals, and his dream job was to get a job at a vet, and he did it. And we did not do that for him. He did that for himself.
Yes, he did.
And he loves his job. They love him there. And I just look at Trafford and I just can't help but smile.
I know. It's so amazing. And I just think, I don't think that would have happened if he didn't come through the program.
Maybe. We'll never know, but I'm glad he came.
Right. But I still want to say it's because of the program that helped him find his passion, for sure. But listener out there, you will have no idea what a gem Robin is.
Oh.
She's, wow. I mean, there's a reason why you're a preschool teacher and why this fits so well for you. But the individuals, they just adore you. And it's like you're the principal, you're the superintendent, you're the teacher, you're the coach, you're the mentor, you're also the caregiver for all of these roles for them. And they know that, but I think what's important is they trust you. And that's one thing we've talked about here.
Yeah, that's one of the first things you have to build is trust.
That relationship.
You have to build that relationship. I am not their friend.
Right.
I am their manager, and I let them know that. However, when they do leave, they know
that you're still there. Oh, I know. We get so attached.
They know that they become my friend. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that I'm just go on, have a good life. I want to see them. I want to hear their stories. That's why I love Friendsgiving so much.
Yes.
Because we always invite past SACers to come, and it's just so exciting. They're always just so happy to come back, and I am thrilled to see them, and they just are so thrilled to see me, and which
I know
they're thrilled to see everybody here, but I just love them coming back. That's one of my favorite days.
I love it that they come running through the doorway.
Yeah.
So excited to come to the DSACO office and see Miss Robin.
Well, and they always know they're welcome.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm glad that we have this space to do this program, because otherwise, I don't know where we'd go and do this.
Yeah.
And that was one of my main things, is this needs to be a welcoming program that, they feel comfortable coming and going to. And Robin, you just hit every mark on all of that. But we do have SAC applications are open.
They are.
Addie's going to add it to this podcast, so we'll share the link whenever this when it airs. So, who would you say should consider and applying?
Well, if you have a young adult between the ages of 18 and 21,
there you go,
who has completed high school and is still looking for that next thing, just still trying to discover what's next for them, and have them apply. And also, if they're 22 to 27 and they're still looking, or working towards that, need some extra supports, go ahead and apply. The consideration will be given first to the 18 to 21, just because of the contracts. But if space is available, we love for the other older ages to come too.
The whole concept is, I don't want to turn anybody away.
Absolutely.
But we haven't so much, have we?
No. I don't know that I could.
Yeah, I know. That's the hard part.
Worked out.
So don't make us turn anybody away. No, we always will figure out a solution for anyone.
Yeah.
Because
if you're a young adult, if they're doing the transition program at their public school, they are welcome to come. That is certainly something that I've had several in the past do, and it's worked out well for them. They just come here 2 days and they go there 3. And
so and I feel like they're kind of ahead of the game when they go back to school, because they've already kind of learning some basics of job skills and academic readiness. So they're kind of, thriving in their environments for sure. But I think we have a good placement for everybody after they finish the program, as far as finding a job or moving on to other meaningful employment.
Yeah, and some of them we're still working on.
Yes.
But that's where...
Well, and that's to come. We'll do another podcast to tell you about our job placement and opportunity here at DSACO. But that's for another podcast. But it's kind of like they can continue on here even after SAC.
Yes.
So but the best thing is to start out here first in that adult program. And so if someone's nervous about applying or unsure, what advice would you give them to say, come on, join us. It's fun.
You're welcome to come and ask me questions. You can show up. You can email me. And I will also happily give you names of past participants and their caregivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can tell you what their experience was like. I think they're probably the best voice for this program.
So we've had probably, close to more than 20 that have gone through close to 20?
Some of them have done a couple of years. So I'm not exactly, I haven't counted.
I'll have to add it in my head.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and add it up.
But we've had 5 to 7 per year. So I would say we've probably close to 20 individuals who have been through the program. And if they're doing other adult programs too, like Wings or Del Rogers, they can still come here.
Yes.
But it's still Tuesday, Thursday, 9 to 3. Those are kind of the dates that we've solidified for that. And then if listeners have any questions, where can they go to apply?
And go to apply at our website, the DSACO.org, and they'll hit the programs tab at the top,
Yep.
and it'll pop down. It'll say Self-Advocacy Center, and you click that, and the link should be
Yep, the
in
link
there.
is posted, so you can go ahead and go and apply there. And yeah, it's such a fun program, Robin. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you're with us.
I am glad to be here.
It is.
It's been, even though Josie ended up not coming to this program,
Right.
that was probably a good thing. It's just been, it's like my dream job. I love
Mine too.
school, but I love this. I really
I mean, they
this.
really do fill our buckets every day when they come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I have to throw out there, along with the fashion show, they're going to have art on display.
They are.
So if you want to come and see what amazing artists these individuals are, but for the first time, we're going to showcase some of their art it'll be up for bid
Yes.
at the fashion shows. I'm so excited for that.
It's such a great job.
Yeah. And they'll be part of our World Down Syndrome Day luncheon as well. So look for that, listener, to be coming up on March the 3rd. We're going to have our luncheon, and you'll get to hear all about the good things that they're doing at SAC, and what better impact and way to tell our donors and supporters, this is truly where your dollars are going. And they are literally success stories here. And this is going to continue. Like, you've just catapult them and send them out into the world is what you're doing, Robin.
What we want them all is to live their best life.
Yeah.
That's what we want for everyone.
Yeah. And Robin can do that for sure. I've seen it happen every day when you're here. So thank you, Robin.
Thank you,
We
Sarah.
really appreciate you being here and joining us, and all the support that you do to help empower our self-advocates. So thank you, everyone, for listening to DASCO Up for Discussion. And just a reminder that our SAC, or Self-Advocacy Center, applications are open now, and we would love to see you apply. Don't make Robin not pick you, so we'll have to figure that out if there's more applicants. But that's for us to deal with.
Be for me picking. So
Yeah. But
that's the only good news.
But yeah, go ahead and apply there on the website at DSACO.org. And again, don't forget to join us for the Uniquely 21 fashion show on January 30th. And as I mentioned, come see the amazing artwork that the SACers, as we call them, have made. It's going to be a night full of joy and confidence and celebration and inclusion, all while supporting DASCO's programs and services, just like SAC. So tickets are still available, and we can't wait to see you there. And until next time, keep advocating and keep empowering and keep educating. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.